name is Russell Smith, and I'm the Technology Facilitator for Fuquay-Varina High School, as well as Carpenter Elementary. And I'm here with another Tech Tidbit. This time I wanted to just show you a fun little site that I came across that allows you to, I guess you could use it as like a formative assessment in the classroom on, I guess it could be used for either elementary, middle, or high school. And it doesn't require a sign-in, and it's totally free. And it allows you to, the students to use critical thinking skills, as well as skills such as geography skills, to test their knowledge and to work on see if they can figure out where a certain place is on the map. And it's called Google Maps SmartyPins, putting trivia on the map. The address for the website is smartypins.withgoogle.com. 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 To get started, you can either click Start a New Game to randomly choose the questions they're going to ask, or you can choose a category by clicking Select a Category, and it kind of looks a little bit like Trivial Pursuit, where you have different colors for different types of topics. Arts and culture, science and geography, sports and games, entertainment, history and current events. So in this case, I'm going to pick history and current events and test my knowledge there. So how to play is you answer as many questions as you can before you run out of miles, and it's going to give you a number of miles to begin with, and then it will count down and just detract the number of miles the farther away you are from the actual location according to the clues. So you'll see how it goes as we go along. I'm going to click Go. So question 1, we have 1,000 miles and there's a time limit. Bo, the Portuguese water dog and first dog of the United States, lives here. Alright, so I'm going to pick right around here. I have to drag and place the map, let's say around Capitol Hill, and then submit my answer. So I was actually only 2 miles away, so good for me. I was at the White House. So my pin is 2 miles away. I'm going to go to my next question. Question 2, history and current events. In 2011, revolutionaries demanded the removal of President Mubarak from this city's Tahrir Square. So you'd have to have your students kind of talk with each other, and it does give you a starting point as to where it might be. In this case, I'm going to move my pen. I think that was in Cairo. So you have to place it where the circle is, not where the pin is. And then I submit my answer, and I nailed it right on the spot. So it really tests your knowledge of current events and of geography as well. So I'm doing pretty good so far. Here's the next question. This city's financial district is so influential that its name is a metronym for American finance interests. Well, Wall Street believes. So I'm going to see if I can beat the limit. I know that's going to be Wall Street is in New York City. I'm going to submit my answer. So I still have 2 miles taken off my total of 1,000. So what I'm going to do is just show you how the counter works, and I'm going to totally just throw the next answer, whatever it is. This wealthy Connecticut town takes its name from an ancient Middle Eastern religion that was conquered by the Israelites. So we know it's in Connecticut. But since I'm going to try to totally show you how the mileage detraction works, I'm going to place it in Cincinnati, which I know is wrong. But, your students might guess that at some point. I'm going to submit my answer. And you can see that my pin was 599 miles away, so that takes my count all the way down to 399. So the correct answer was New Canaan, Connecticut. But as I said before, I totally threw that answer. During the Cold War, the KGB headquarters was located in this metropolitan square and prison. So we know it's KGB. headquarters, and that the KGB is Russia. So I'm going to say that is Moscow. And submit my answer. So I was 5 miles away from the actual location. So those are my 5 questions. If I wanted to keep playing, I could. If I didn't want to keep playing, I could stop. So what I want to do now that I've shown you basically how the site works, I just want to show you what the questions might look like in another category. For example, if you're not talking about history or current events, you might be talking about science and geography. So let's look at that real quick, just to give you an idea of what kind of questions they might ask. So question number 1, this building features a prominent cast iron dome, is the meeting place of the U.S. Congress. I think we all know U.S. Congress is a key term there, and we know it's a dome, and the only building that I know of in Washington, D.C. is the Capitol building. There might be others, but I think it is going to be in Washington. So I'm going to place it there and submit my answer. And again, I was 2 miles off. So the answer is the Capitol on 1st Street Southeast in Washington, D.C. Next question for science and geography. Both the Washington Monument and Lincoln Memorial are reflected in the 6.75 million gallons of water here. So it's you're talking about your science again. And so we know that is in Washington. It's the reflecting pool. That's just outside the Lincoln Memorial, which is kind of shown us there. So we're right there. I don't know why they're giving us so many questions about Washington, D.C. But let's see. Let's try again. Let's try another one. Science and geography. So it looks like we're in England this time. One of the homes of the royal family. This estate is one of the most famous in England. So I think that's going to be Buckingham Palace, which is in London. Submit my answer. And Buckingham Palace. There we go. Science and geography question 4. Built in 1930, was the oldest existing planetarium in the USA? That's a good question. Yeah, it shows that we're in the Chicago area. So once again, I'm going to say it's the one that I can think of is in Los Angeles, but that could be totally wrong. So I could be throwing the question, but I could be kind of right too. So I'm going to submit my answer as Los Angeles. And I was 1,743 miles away. So I've run out of miles. So that shows what happens when you run out before you've answered all the questions. So anyway, that's how the game works. Thank you for watching. I'll be back soon with another Tech Tidbit, and take care. Have a good day.